Hi, Jenny here with Sipping Streams Tea Company for another Thirsty Thursday, and today I am traveling from Fairbanks all the way to Anchorage for the Native Alaskan Festival. So I'm on my way down there to set up tonight, and I'll be there all weekend selling our amazing tea, honey, and hot chocolate. But today I figured this was very pertinent for people who want to know, how do I make my loose tea on the go? Well, loose tea is great for on the go, especially if you have a tea travel mug, but you don't have to have a special tea travel mug if you don't have one. But what's great is almost every gas station has free hot water. So I'm here at a gas station in Native, Alaska, right outside of Denali National Park, and I'm going to show you where they usually have the hot water. So they typically have a coffee service or hot chocolate or something. So I'm sitting right in front of where you get the hot water. So I'll show you on the machine. So usually there's a spigot near like the espresso or hot chocolate maker, and they'll just fill up your nice travel mug or your coffee mug or whatever you have. If you have an RV, that's fine. You can fill up your thermos with your hot water. And I have my really nice glass loose leaf tea travel mug that has a strainer in the lid, so it's a 2-part lid. However, this isn't the kind with the basket, so some people worry about, oh, how do I make my loose tea without getting too strong if my mug's just going to keep the tea in it the whole time? Won't it oversteep? I mean, you say your tea re-steeps up to 4 times, so won't it be 4 times the strength? So it will really depend on how insulated your mug is, how hot it will. I mean, the hotter it stays, the longer the tea will brew. So I really recommend people to put less tea in their mug because it's going to steep even longer. So this is a 10 cup, 10 ounce cup. So it's about a little bit more than a cup of tea. And so instead of putting a whole teaspoon in, you literally just want a tiny pinch. I'll show you. A tiny pinch of tea. That's it. And see, your tea leaves are going to fold to the bottom. And it's gonna take a while for it to steep, but usually if you're about to go get gas at the car and you gotta use the potty, then it's not going to matter how long you steep it, because you're really not gonna drink your tea in 3 to 5 minutes. It's probably going to take longer. So that's a really quick and easy way. You can see the tea leaves are starting to steep right now. And then this only stays hot for about 45 minutes is how long the glass one stays, because it's glass, so it's not vacuum insulated. It's going to cool down. So there'll be a point where it's just not hot enough to keep brewing and steeping your tea leaves. So you just want to put a little bit of tea leaves in there so that it could get really strong. And then when you get to the next gas station, you do it again. You'll just empty out your tea leaves, and then you'll put another tiny little pinch of your tea. So today I have, the organic Grand Coleman, which is my favorite Chinese black tea. And sometimes you do need a little extra boost of caffeine for your road trips, depending how long you're driving. So I'm driving 400 miles south to Anchorage. So it's a long drive, but it's pretty straight, and it won't be that bad. But what if you don't have a tea travel mug that has an awesome strainer at the top to make your loose tea in? Well, any to-go cup will work. It could just be a cup with a lid, preferably. It could be just a mug. It could be a big thermos, like a Coleman thermos or something. Or you can just literally just buy these little disposable filters wherever you get your filters. These are Japanese nylon filters, and it's like a pleated sandwich bag. So just put your loose leaf tea in here. This is a great option also if you're traveling by plane, by boat, by ferry. They have hot water everywhere. And since you're not bringing the hot water with you, it's not a liquid that you have to worry about. So just put your tea leaves in there, and if you're going to take your tea leaves out, then put the proper amount of the 1 teaspoon or 2.5 grams per serving in it. Otherwise, put in half the amount of tea leaves and just steep it longer. You won't be able to get 4 steepings out of it, but you can just make more bags of tea, and that way you keep making tea, but you don't waste it and it doesn't get too strong. So if you have any questions, please put them down below. I would love to see them and hear them. And if you have any suggestions for topics, please comment below and let us know what you want to learn about for tea and tea information. And let's see. Oh, also, we do have these really amazing tea recipes that you can subscribe to. And all you have to do is text SIPTEA to 44222 and you'll receive 7 delicious tea recipes by me, and they are amazing. I've made all of them before. Some of them are baking recipes, some of them are literally cooking with tea, like making smoky chicken with it, with bok choy, and some of them are for cocktails. So yeah, I would love to hear any other topics that you want to learn about that has to do with tea and tea history too, tea culture. But please share this with any of your friends that you think would benefit from this video. And we'll see you again next week. Thank you.